Okay, let's go to Redcliffe. Alright, Redcliffe village. I think I'll be able to select a party there. If not, I'm gonna be fucked a bit, I think. I tried recording this once, but it bugged out. An event didn't trigger that should have. Yes, I can recruit a party solo again. Morrigan's.
Yes.
I see.
Okay.
So, is it Lord?
It's you, the Grey Warden. Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me.
Where's the Arl's army?
In the castle, I think. The Arl ordered everyone in the village evacuated there this morning, just before the Darkspawn arrived. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived.
I need to get moving.
I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Uh-huh.
Let's finish this.
Time for a little cleanup.
Fools!
This should be easy enough. On it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Darkspawn in the village, but you don't need to fight them.
Creatures! Victory shall be mine! No match for me!
Consider it done.
Say them all. Speak up.
This won't take long.
They'll never know what hit me. A little frantic. I can see why.
Time to dance.
Now.
Okay, I fucked up. I'll grant Bioware one thing. Their end game is more challenging than their main game. At least that I'll say about them. But as Morrigan laughs there, I have to say the main game is pretty shit in terms of challenge.
Begin the onslaught.
Straight this way.
Fear me.
Okay, an alpha right there. Kill him.
This should be easy.
Lost me and you
I still remember my first battle.
More are coming, finally. Yeah, I tried doing this event once and it bugged out.
Show me what you've got!
run while you can. You will learn to fear me.
My lord, you're here. Thank goodness.
What happened here?
I don't rightly know. Riordan of the Grey Wardens arrived this morning, just ahead of the Darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked.
Wait, I must prepare.
There might be...
Yeah, I just want to get this.
I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. I should take you to the hall right away, my lord. They'll be waiting for you there.
I'm no noble. Well, I am, I guess, and I do can, but hey.
It's a relief to see you unharmed, and you as well, Loghain.
Yes, what a pleasure to see you again.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
How certain are we that this is good information?
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Why did we think they were headed here?
The Darkspawn line is wide, and many of them roam away from the main horde. Until now, most of them have been spotted here in the west.
Not to mention that our forces have been distracted by the Civil War.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the horde.
Maker preserve us.
And we won't be able to reach Denerim within 2 days.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
Is it even possible to reach the city in time?
Perhaps not. But what is important is that we know where the Archdemon will be. If we do not defeat the Archdemon, it will not matter if Denerim is saved or the horde defeated. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march. And hope the army collected here gives you the chance you need. Arleman, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak, Your Majesty.
Then give the order. The longer we delay, the longer Denerim will be at the mercy of the horde.
And just how are we supposed to defeat this Archdemon?
An excellent question.
Then you don't know. Of course not. You're both new recruits Duncan wouldn't have expected.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
Excellent.
Perhaps you and Loghain should meet me before you retire for the evening. There are things we need to speak of.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
Yeah. Okay.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no.
House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about.
Is there a problem with the Dwarven forces?
Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this Blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly.
They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar.
Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arsed thinking that got us into the mess after Endrin passed.
It was our good fortune that you decided to return home when you did, Grey Warden. For all that you needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
I'm worried about the battle.
And so you should be. I was hoping you'd have some Grey Warden trick up your sleeve, truth be told.
Are things truly that desperate? Do we stand a chance of losing?
Don't we always?
There's a reason to get drunk if ever I heard one.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
Cross-country march in 2 days. Yeah, these Darkspawn are fucking fast. It would take 2 weeks or so to actually reach Denerim from here. If let's say Ferelden is a small country, which it may not be actually. Keep in mind it's an entire fucking continent, so yeah.
It is strange to be so far from the forest that created me, Grey Warden. Here I do not feel the ebb and flow of the trees and the earth. It is silent. And yet in that silence I feel the battle that is to come.
And what do you feel?
We are approaching a great and terrible force, these Darkspawn. They are a force of nature themselves, like locusts descending upon the field. And there is one amongst them, a mighty dragon who flies at the center of this horde. It is he that you seek, yes, like an arrow flying towards its target.
The Archdemon.
That is the one. He knows you come, Grey Warden. He bellows his challenge at you even now, daring you to approach, daring all of us. I can think of this no further. I do not wish to hear its roar in my heart, lest my courage waver. I am sorry.
Yeah.
Something you need? I'm sure.
Okay, go up.
On it.
Yeah, I wish I could open that chest, because there's a map inside there. Login?
Let's see what this Riordan has to say.
You're both here. Good. Please know I assumed you had already been told. Otherwise I would have told you this when you freed me in Denerim. I'm sorry.
If you're trying to tell us that the Darkspawn taint will eventually mean our death, we do know this.
No, it's not that. I wish it were. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
I thought necessary might be an exaggeration. Yeah, that was actually how I was thinking the first time I was playing the game. Then I realized they were probably gonna make a half-arsed reason as to why the Wardens are so needed to defeat the Blight, so I'm not surprised by what they did here. And you'll see.
It is no exaggeration, I'm afraid. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
And what happens to the Grey Warden?
A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
The Grey Warden that kills the Archdemon perishes.
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way.
So it's up to the three of us to kill this thing.
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
Then this will be dealt with soon. One way or the other.
So it will. Let us hope it ends for the better.
There is another way this can end, though. But first, let me talk with Logan.
One life. After all this trouble, it seems like such a small thing to give up to see this land safe, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Riordan could be wrong. What if there's some other way?
And if there isn't? Do we refuse to accept this solution because it doesn't suit us? There's much more at stake than our own lives. And should it come to that, if anyone should make this sacrifice, it ought to be me. Maker knows I have enough to atone for.
That's not necessary, Logain. I'll do it.
You've been kinder to me than I've deserved, so I'm going to tell you plainly that you should reconsider. There is, however, no use worrying about what may be. We'll have to wait and see what comes.
Yeah, let me talk with,
Let's get started.
well,
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
I'm not alarmed. I'm glad to see you, actually.
I did not come here to speak of sentimental things. I came here to speak with you. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
Does not need to be. What do you mean?
I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual. Performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
Nothing comes without a price.
Perhaps. But that price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more.
Very well. What's your plan?
What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
I see. And what's in it for you?
In return, I conceive a child, one who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
Is this why you've been so friendly to me?
It's why I was sent with you by my mother. It's why she saved your life to begin with. Caring for you was not part of the plan, but I cannot let what I feel interfere with what I must do. This is important to me. The fact that it may save your life makes me all the more determined to see it done. Please, do not cloud the issue. If you feel anything for me, then accept that it will make what we must do that much easier.
No, I won't agree to this. It's not that I won't do the ritual, but I have my own plans about that.
I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Loghain. He is now a Grey Warden just as you are, and would also suffice for the ritual. The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just might.
Very well. I'll talk with Loghain.
A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Loghain. I urge you to be convincing.
The reason I'm gonna do this with Loghain rather than my Warden is because my Warden is completely and utterly irrelevant to the universe. And hey, anything that makes Loghain more relevant to the universe is something I want to happen. So yeah, but before I do that, I'm gonna pause the video. Costin, signing out.